Okay, so in last lecture we talk about what construction of the molecular orbital diagram of O2 molecule. Okay, so see, first we have to write down the electronic configuration of oxygen, which is nothing but say 1s2, comma 2s2 and 2p4. Okay, so we have to write down the electronic configuration for both oxygen. Okay, first and second. Then we have to construct this molecular orbital diagram. So here we know that say for 1s and 1s we are going to write down what kk. Okay, because this is nothing but said to be the inner orbital. They are not going to take part in the bonding process, so we are not going to write down say the sigma 1s and sigma star 1s orbital for this. So instead of this we can write down only kk. Okay, so the remaining orbitals are nothing but said to be the 2s and 2s. So these are nothing but said to be the both 2s orbitals. Okay, when they can combine, so what happened? We got two molecular orbitals such as what sigma 2s and sigma star 2s. Okay, then after in case of what p orbitals, we have three suborbitals, that is what px, py and what pz. Okay, so collectively we have what six orbitals. When they undergo LCO approximation, we got six molecular orbitals, out of which three are nothing but bonding molecular orbitals. Namely, they are called as what sigma 2pz, then pi to px and pi to py. These are what say the bonding molecular orbitals. Then remaining half of them is nothing but anti-bonding molecular orbital having high energy formed due to the repulsion of the AOs. So this is nothing but said to be the pi star to px, pi star to py, and that one is nothing but said to be the sigma 2pz. Okay, sigma 2pz. So this is sigma 2pz. So this is an anti-bonding molecular orbital. Here in case of what say the 2p, we have what three orbitals like what px, py, pz. So one of them orbital, either what say the px or the pz, they can overlap on internuclear axis. Okay, that's why they can form the sigma bond. Okay, means what sigma and sigma star, and the remaining two means that is what either they have say the px and py or py and pz, so they can interacted via lateral, means their overlapping must be what lateral overlapping or say the sidewise overlapping is there. So due to that they can form the pi bond. Okay, they can form pi bond and they will going to appear in our molecular orbital diagram. Okay, so collectively we have what say the 16 electron in O2 molecule, but here we can write down what kk. So 4 electrons is associated with this, so that's why we neglect this 4 electrons. So 12 electrons are remain, and we have to put this 12 electrons into this molecular orbital. So here in this diagram, this is what oxygen atom, and these are nothing but the atomic orbitals of this oxygen. Here is the same, this side, and this is what atomic orbitals of the next oxygen, and in between them this is what say the H2 molecule and having what molecular orbitals. So we have to put the 12 electrons according to the above principle, Wundt's rule and Pauli's. Okay, so here we have to put what 2 plus 2. Here we can put 2 electron, here also 2, here 2, here 4 electrons. Okay, so the collectively these electrons are nothing but you can say that what 10 electrons. Okay, up till now, and then the remaining 2 electrons are placed here according to the Wundt's rule in pi star to p x and pi star to p y. So this is nothing but said to be our molecular orbital diagram of O2 molecule. Okay, now we have to write down the electronic EMO electronic configuration of this diagram. So we can write down like this. Instead of what 1s, we can write down what kk, comma, we have to write down what sigma 2s2, sigma star 2s2, then here sigma 2pz2, then pi 2py2, pi 2pz2, or collectively we can write down raised to the power 4. And here in pi star 2px and pi star 2py, we are going to write down 2 electrons. Okay, so this is an EMO electronic configuration of O2 molecule. Okay, and finally you can say that we are talking about what say the magnetic property of O2 molecule. Okay, so when we observe their molecular orbital diagram, so we saw two unpaired electrons are present in the antibonding molecular orbital, namely pi star 2px and pi star 2py. See here we have what say the unpaired electron, that is what single electron. That's why this molecule is paramagnetic in nature. Okay, so they have some magnetic properties. And when we calculate the bond order, so you know the formula for the calculation of the bond order, it should be half into the electrons present in the BMO, that is what bonding molecular orbital, and minus the electrons which are present in the anti-bonding molecular orbital. Okay, so when we count the total number of electrons in BMO, so it should be here what 2 and here is 6. So the total 8 electrons present in the bonding molecular orbital. And when we talk about anti-bonding, so here 2 and here 2. So total 4 electrons are present in the anti-bonding molecular orbital. So when we calculate it, so the bond order came to be 2. Okay, it means that in case of what say the oxygens, we have a double bond. Okay, means one sigma and another is what say the pi bond. Okay, so this is all about what said the molecular orbital diagram of O2 molecule. Okay, so now we move towards what our next molecule, that is what O2 positive. Okay, so when we talk about what the O2 positive molecule, so what happened, we are going to do the oxidation of this O2 molecule, means we are going to eject one electron from it. Okay, so when we eject one electron, so we have to just observe this molecular orbital diagram. Okay, so see, whenever we are going to eject an electron from any molecule, okay, so those electron which having highest energy is preferentially ejected. Okay, so when we observe this diagram, so these two electrons, they have what higher energy. See what, this is an energy axis which is vertically upward. Okay, so these two electrons, they have what say the greater energy. Okay, and when we do the oxidation or say the eject one electron from oxygen, so one of these electron, one of them, I already told you, these are degenerated orbitals, means they have same energy. So we have a choice, either we can eliminate this one and that one, both are same. Okay, so when we eject one electron from here, okay, so what happened, we got what such type of molecular orbital diagram. Okay, so when we hide that electron, so whatever the diagram we got, so this is nothing but the diagram of what O2 positive molecule, because the difference in between the molecular orbital diagram of O2 and O2 positive is that the O2 positive molecule, they contain one less electron as compared to the O2 molecule. This is nothing but the main difference. And whatever the parameters change due to this oxidations, we seen in this diagram. So we move towards next slide. Yeah, this one. So this is an what O2 positive molecules. Okay, O2 positive molecules. Here we have what say the MO electronic configuration. We just focus over here. Okay, we already discussed this. We just focus over here. Okay, so here we can write down what say this sigma 1s, sigma star 1s, sigma 2s, sigma star 2s. Okay, here we can write down what say the sigma 2pz, pi 2py, pi 2px. Okay, here and here, suppose in case of say the O2 molecule, we have a two electrons. Okay, we have a two electrons, but here in this case we have only one electron over here. Okay, so there is a mistake. So they must have to hide this also. Okay, means what, this is nothing but the case, means here in this orbital, suppose we have what four electrons, so in this orbitals we have to write down only three electrons. So make a correction this. Okay, so we have only three electrons over here. So collectively we have only 11 electrons. I will count 11 plus 4, actually 15 electrons. So I will count this. See, 2 plus 2 and 2 plus 2. So this is what 4 electrons. 4 plus 4, 8. Okay, 8 plus 2, 10. These are nothing but 14 electrons, and this one is 15. Okay, so one electron is less in case of what say the O2 positive molecules. So when we eject one electron from O2, so we got the O2 positive molecule. So what are the consequences of this? So here magnetically it is an paramagnetic molecule because due to the presence of one unpaired electron. Okay, next is nothing but when we talk about the bond order, so here bond order is nothing but said to be when we count the number of electrons in bonding molecular orbital, so it should be 2 plus 2, 4, 4 and this 6, 10 electrons we have. So here we can write down 10, and number of electrons in anti-bonding, so 2 plus 2 and this is 1, so 4, this is 2, this is 2, 4 and this one is what 5. So we can put 5 over here. So 10 minus 5 is nothing but 5, and half of this is nothing but set to be the 2.5. So while ejecting the electron from O2 molecule, so we observe that in O2 positive molecules, the bond order must be greater than what's the O2 molecule. Means when we eject an electron from anti-bonding molecular orbital, okay, so these are what's the anti-bonding molecular orbitals. That is what's the pi star to py and pi star to pz or x. Okay, these are what anti-bonding molecular orbitals. Okay, so when we eject electron from this, so the bond order will going to increase. Okay, but when we eject the electron from what's the bonding orbital, so their bond order should be decreases. So these are nothing but say the two important points we learn over here. So now we move towards what our O2 negative molecule. Yeah, this one. So O2 negative molecule is nothing but said to be the reducing product of what say the O2. So when we add one electron into the O2 molecule, so we got O2 negative molecule. Okay. So actually, in case of the oxygens, we have what 16 electron, and here we have what is a 17 electron. Okay, we have what 17 electron. So this is just a diagram for O2. This is an O2. Yeah, this is an O2 negative molecule. Okay, so instead of what is 1s, we can write down kk. Okay, and here we can write down what say these are nothing but said to be the 4 electrons, and this is what. So what is the difference in between what say the O2 molecular orbital diagram of O2 and O2 negative? So in case of the O2 negative, we have what 17 electrons, means one electron is more here. This is an incoming electrons, we can write down over here. Okay, so when we have this electron, so magnetic property of this molecule remains same, means it is a paramagnetic molecule due to the presence of this unpaired electron. Okay, but their bond order should be changed. Why? Because we can add a electron in the anti-bonding molecular orbital, so obviously they can reduce the bond order. Okay, means what, when we count the total number of electrons present in the bonding molecular orbital, it should be this 2 and this 6 are nothing but 8 electrons. We can write down 8 over here minus these 2, and that 3 are nothing but 5, so we can place 5 over here. 8 minus 5 is what 3, and so the bond order should be came to 1.5. Means what, as we do the reduction of O2 molecule, or as we add any electron in O2 molecule, so the bond order of that O2 molecule must be decreased. Okay, so see, we have seen two concepts over here. When we eject electron from we can say that anti-bonding molecular.
Sir,
yes,
सर ही डायग्राम बरोबर आहे, म्हणजे सगळे
electron
17 ने वरच आहे ना.
See what I'm going to say. See, you cannot see this one. Okay, you cannot see this. You just say think about this one. See what, this is 2, this is 2. Okay, so they are 4. 4 plus 6 is 10. 10 plus 3, how much it is? 13. And 4 is related to this kk. Okay, so the 13 plus 4 is nothing but 17. You don't think about this one. Okay, this and this, you just observe over here. Okay,
पर मग सर पेपर में ड्रॉ करायचे असले तर मग इकडे कसं आहे इलेक्ट्रॉन भरायचे?
see, I will tell you, I will say supply you the notes. Okay, correct notes how to write down the molecular. Here you just see what, you just think about what's the concept. Okay, how to write down this and whatever. So I will supply the writing notes in my own handwriting. Okay, okay, so this is all about what this one. Okay, so this is a paramagnetic molecule. So when we talk about what say the bond order, so obviously we have what say the total electrons in bonding orbitals, that should be what 6 plus this 2, so it should be 8 electrons, and this one is 5, so the bond order should be came to 1.5. Okay, so next molecule is nothing but O2 dinegative. Yeah, this one O2 dinegative, this one O2 dinegative. So see here, when we compare what compare the, you can say that this O2 dinegative, that will be also called as a peroxide molecule. Okay, so when we compare this molecule with what say the O2 molecule, so here we have what 2 more electrons as compared to the O2. So total we have what 18 electrons in this molecular orbital diagram. So similarly, what you have to write down, suppose we have what 18 electrons, so 9 plus 9, so you have to write down what 9 electrons in one oxygen atom, like this. So see here, 2 electrons present in what 1s, 2 plus 2 4, 4 plus 5 is nothing but 9. 9 electrons related to this oxygen, another 9 is related to this oxygen. 9 plus 9 is nothing but 18 electrons. Okay. So see here, we have to write down what say same kk for what 1s orbital. Then another, when this 2s and 2s orbital will combine according to the LC approximation, we got what a sigma s, and this sigma, you can say that sigma 2s and this sigma star 2s orbital. Okay. When this p orbital means, that is what px, py and pz, they can combine. So we can write down here what sigma to px. Okay, here what pi to py, pi to pz. This one is what pi star to py, pi star to pz, and this one is nothing but said to be the sigma star to px. Okay, so these are nothing but said to be the construction of the molecular orbital diagram. So now see what here we have to write down what's the MO electronic configuration. Okay, so how to write down this? So at the beginning you have to write down what kk for what 1s, comma, this is what sigma 2s, okay, 2 sigma star 2s2, then sigma 2px2, then sigma pi to py and pi to pz4. Okay, so 2 for this and 2 for this. And here also you have to write down what pi to py and pi to pz4. And this orbital is what vacant, so there is no need to write down this in the MO electronic configuration. So this is nothing but said to be the MO electronic configuration, okay, of O2 or you can say that the peroxide molecule. Then when you talk about the magnetic property, so obviously this molecule is diamagnetic because all electrons are paired over here. Okay, so that's why this molecule is diamagnetic in nature, so there is no question. And third is what say the bond order. Okay, so it is 1/2 of what say the electrons present in the bonding minus anti-bonding. So here in bonding we have what this 2 and this 6, means total 8 electrons we have in bonding. In anti-bonding we have this 2 and plus 4, 2 plus 4 is 6. So we can put this 6 over here, so that 2 by 2, so bond order came to be 1. So in case of the O2 molecule, we have the bond order like this. O2 means the oxygen, single bond oxygen, and both oxygen they having what say the negative charge. Okay, so this is nothing but say the molecular orbital diagram of O2 di-negative molecule, also called as the peroxide. Okay. Next, we have to think about what the N2 molecule. So we can move towards what our N2 molecule. Yeah, this one. So this is an N2 molecule. So similarly, in case of what the N2 molecules, we have what the atomic number of nitrogen is 7, and then we have what say the 14 electrons collectively in case of N2 molecule. So nitrogen, which having atomic number 7, whose configuration is what 1s2, 2s2 and 2p3. Here we clearly see this. This is what 2s2 and 2p3. Okay. So what happened when we combine what 1s, we can write down what kk. Okay. And when we combine what 2s and 2s, we got two molecular orbitals like what sigma 2s and sigma star 2s. These are what say the molecular orbitals obtained by the combination or interaction of the 2s orbital. Then next is what 2p orbital. So here 3 and here 3, 6 orbitals are undergo LC approximation. Okay, and they got 6 orbitals. Okay, 6 molecular orbitals, out of which 3 are bonding and another 3 are anti-bonding molecular orbitals. So here we know that we have only 14 electrons in N2, so we have to write down this pi orbital below to that of what say this sigma orbital. So you can write down what this pi to px and pi to py. Okay, and then this one is sigma to pz. Okay, but here we write down what say the pi to px and pi to py below to that of what say the sigma star to pz. Okay. Why we write down this order? Because this order is reverse as compared to what's our standard diagram. Because we know that in case of nitrogen, the energy of this 2s and 2p is this. So that's why during this combination, okay, or during the construction of the molecular orbital diagram, there is an interaction between what 2s and 2p. So that's why the energy of this pi orbital will decreases. So we can write down these orbitals in this particular format. So after that, we have to write down the MO electronic configuration. Okay, so how to write down this? So the first we have to write down the KK for a combination of what, say the 1s, or we can say just the non-bonded electrons by means of the KK. The next is nothing but said to be this one, that is what is sigma 2s2. Okay, then next is what sigma star 2s2. Okay, then pi 2px and pi 2py4. Okay, then next is what sigma 2pz2. Here is what pi star 2px and pi star 2py, but they are vacant, so there is no need to write down this. So you have to write down up to this, means that is a sigma 2pz. Okay, so that much you have to write down in the electronic configuration. Okay, see, as already seen over here. Okay, the next is what the magnetic property. So here we know that all electrons are paired. Okay, so that this molecule is diamagnetic in nature. All electrons, we don't have any single electron over here, so that's why all electrons are paired. This molecule is what, diamagnetic in nature. And when we talk about what say the bond order, so the number of electrons in bonding are nothing but 2 plus 6, so we have 8 electrons in bonding, minus only, you can say that only 2 electrons are in anti-bonding, so we can write down over here. So 8 minus 2 is nothing but 6, and 6 by 2 are nothing but said to be the 3. So 3 are nothing but said to be the, you can say that the bond order in between what, say the N2 molecule, means nitrogen is triply bonded with the another nitrogen. So this is what say the molecular orbital diagram of N2 molecule.